Hello，我是毛叔。今天来玩新游戏《旅馆老板》。试玩了一下，我觉得还不错，我蛮喜欢这种游戏的。那我们开始新游戏。
Welcome to Riverbottom. I hope you like mud. And oh, here's your first tavern. Bit of a fixer-upper, it seems. There's much to do before opening the doors.
先找酒吧。厨师这个比较好。先雇佣这个。伤了。 哦，开张。楼下的书。楼下的某书。
With the turn of a key, you throw your doors open to the world. There's no telling who might step through.
我要买一个脚踏垫。
Closing time. Off hours are a good opportunity to manage rooms and furnishings, or you could simply speed up the clock. The dawn of a fresh day. The opportunities are endless, so long as no one comes to throw a wrench in the works. A severe-looking human woman in a pressed suit enters your tavern. She sweeps her gaze across the tap room and approaches the bar with confident, efficient strides. How rustic! 1 mug of your finest beverage. You slide the mug across the counter and hold out your hand for payment. The woman presses a crisply folded sheet of paper into it instead. My name is Dorothy Chadius, guild representative. You have been served. Notice of official censure by the guild for operating an unlicensed tavern. Did you think you wouldn't be caught? We saw your deed filed. It's a matter of public record. She taps the seal on the folded document. It's all in here. The rules, your transgressions, and the consequences. The woman slaps a badge down on the countertop with a tight, proud smile. I'm a representative of the Tavern Keepers Guild. We oversee all the taverns in the land. She lifts her chin, gazing reverently into the distance. People rely on taverns to unwind and socialize under the professional care of a guild-certified tavern keeper. But you, her brow furrows, you are not certified. I have registered you as a guild applicant. The first step to move your application forward is to earn a 1-star ranking for your tavern. She drops a large, crisply folded map on the counter. This map shows the locations of reputable distributors of food and drink. Take this as well. She places a beautiful crystal bottle on the table beside the map. It's filled with golden, frothy liquid. She gestures to the bottle. This is a tavern elemental, a provisional advisor of a sort. She's agreed to work with you full-time if your membership is approved. A small figure forms in the swirling liquid and waves cheerfully at you. They know everything there is to know about the business. This one's name is Hops, I believe. Dorothy seems slightly flustered by your genuine pleasure. The figure in the bottle beams a sweet smile at you and nods. Yes, well, I'm sure you'll enjoy one another. She leans down to the level of the bottle and fixes the little elemental inside with a piercing stare. It stares back, striking a fair imitation of Dorothy's rigid posture. They're chatty types, elementals, but worth listening to. Dorothy favors you with another tight smile and reaches out to shake your hand. Her grip is firm and dry, like her personality. Best of luck to you in the application process. Attain a 1-star rating, and we'll be in touch. As she strides away, it occurs to you that she never paid for her drink. On the counter, Hop swirls around in her bottle to give you a big thumbs up. And so the long arm of bureaucracy has found you even in the depths of the swamp. At least you've made a friend.
I haven't advised anyone in ages. This'll be fun.
买酒。买这个酒要买比较贵的，这样你卖出去的钱才会高。
A scruffy young man with a friendly face and ink-stained hands peers around the taproom. He scratches some notes on a scroll with a tattered quill, then sidles up to the bar and flashes an ingratiating smile. Hello! Would you happen to be the owner of this tavern? The name's Jefferson, ace reporter. I'm looking for front-page material for our next Gazette, and I was hoping to ask you about your tavern. On the record, of course. Really? A wave of relief washes over his face, but he squashes it quickly. That is to say, I knew I'd get the scoop. Let's see here. He chews the tip of his quill and scans over his scroll with a furrowed brow. Right. As everybody knows, this tavern has been vacant ever since the previous owner sank in a freak quicksand accident years ago. How do you come to own the place? I like it. That adds a bit of intrigue to the piece. The readers will be eager to see if that goes awry in unsettling and ironic ways. Did this mysterious stranger have glowing eyes? No, don't tell me. Jefferson scribbles rapidly. The important thing is, you've got the doors open. What's your business strategy going forward? Jefferson thumps a fist on the bar. Darn right! You and me, we're two of a kind, my friend. They might say, you're out of your depth, Jefferson, and a swamp can never support a daily periodical, Jefferson, but we know better. Apparently, having exhausted his line of questioning, he rolls the parchment closed. Well, that's all I have. Thanks for your time. I'll be off. This story isn't going to write itself. That's the job of an ace reporter. Jefferson stuffs the scroll into his jerkin, dramatically raising his quill and waving it above his head. To the presses! Well, now your story is out there. People across the land may be reading all about you as we speak. Exciting. Intrusive.
Have you tried peeking inside the furniture? I bet people stash stuff.
它是这样运的。
What have we here? A tavern of this caliber must have the tastiest brews in Riverbottom. A stout man in a stained apron stomps up to the bar. His bushy grey eyebrows obscure his eyes, but do nothing to soften the voice reverberating from his broad-barreled chest. He seems human, but you'd swear from his stride that he has some dwarf in his lineage somewhere. It's a great pleasure to meet you. The name's... His brow furrows. Joe. The name's Joe. Joe Town Guy. It surely was last time I checked. He chortles good-naturedly, laughing it off, but surreptitiously wipes a bit of sweat from his brow. Yes, indeed. The name is Joe Townman, as sure as swamp rats are damp. That isn't important, though. What's important is your selection of beverages. Joe licks his lips as he surveys your tap setup. He's only a head and a half taller than the bar itself, so he gets a good close look.
I'll have a mug of whatever you have on the tap, please and thank you.
You fill a mug and slide it across the bar. He takes a deep swig, then promptly chokes and spits it across the surface of the bar.
Bad? No, it isn't bad. It's downright disgusting. And in a classy place like this, I can hardly believe it.
Mr. Town Guy shakes his head, eyebrows swaying.
But I don't blame you. I blame that merchant and his little boat. If only there was somewhere nearby you could go to buy proper drinks.
He reaches up very slowly and slides a map onto the countertop.
Somewhere that won the Golden Toad Award 7 years running. Oh, no, I don't know much about that sort of thing. I'm just a regular farmer, maybe. Actually...
Joe absently takes a sip of his drink and smacks his lips thoughtfully. You notice he doesn't spit it out.
By crockery, how could I ever forget Moss Barrel Brewery? Joe Moss Barrel brews the finest drinks in Riverbottom, or my name isn't Tom Jogai. Yes, but where... Oh, what's this?
Joe blinks down at the bar with exaggerated nonchalance. He scoots the map closer to you, carefully turning it so you can see it right side up.
A map to Moss Barrel Brewery! You could go try their brews for your next bulk order. I hear Joe Moss Barrel looks a lot like me, so don't be alarmed when you see me there. I mean, him.
You take the map. Joe looks mighty proud of himself. Hopefully his brews are better than his marketing strategy.
糟糕的行销手法。
Seems we're in for a rainy night.
Our drinks have earned a 1-star rating.
A 1-star rating! All... Ready, you're rising in the world. I'm sure the guild doesn't give those out to just anybody.
We should find a variety of shops on the map. They can deliver what we need.
Becoming stuck in the gears of the guild's protocol machine isn't all bad. A little extra gold in your purse can take you a long way. Not the finest cuisine, but it's a start, and it keeps the novice adventurers busy. Order up.
Now we wait for an order. Hope everyone is hungry.
穿外衣是什么？
To offer your first meal, you'll need to open the menu and design one. A blank menu may be minimalist chic, but it's not very profitable.
I'm tired of people asking me whether tavern is really an element. I don't know. I don't make the rules.
随便倒下的。
Food has earned a 1-star rating. Good news, a letter from the guild. Do you think they said it? anything about me?
It took some doing, but you have all the balls in the air now. It's simply a matter of juggling them from here out. You've proven your worth to the guild. Better keep enough gold on hand to pay your dues when Dorothy arrives.
Can I name our next tavern? I promise not to name it anything weird. In any languages you speak.
Dorothy sweeps into the tavern with the same appraising air she displayed on her first visit. The amenities which meet her approval receive a nod so small as to be barely noticeable. You count 3. When she spots you, she graces you with one last tip of her head. Well, that's something. Sterling work. The tavern is coming along nicely. So nicely, in fact, that you must certainly have raised enough to pay your guild dues, as well as a repayment of the funds you were sent to build your kitchen. You hand over the gold in a single large sack. She juggles it in her hand briefly, listening to the sound, then nods. That will do. Consider your guild dues and debts paid in full. All that remains in the membership process is for you to pass the bar. An astute question. The Tavern Keepers Guild has a very high bar. Literally. It's high enough for giants to drink at. We named the application test after it because we hide the exam binder on top where applicants can't reach it. She produces a notepad. I have selected 3 questions at random from that binder. Are you ready to begin? Superb. It's all very simple, really. You will answer 3 questions about the nature of taverns and how they run. If you pass, you are granted membership. If you fail... Dorothy gives you a frown so severe you feel it singeing your eyelashes. Ogres will be unleashed on your tavern to destroy your business and life in general. Understood? Wonderful. Let us begin. Good. As you have shrewdly observed, most children do not have beards and so are not well versed in their care. She marks your answer and flips to the next page. Moving on. Question 2. Which of the following services is not guild approved? Child catapulting, distribution of shrinking potions, or basilisk stabling?
发射儿童。
Correct. The guild frowns on war engine ownership. An invading army could commandeer it to siege somewhere or other, and your insurance premium would soar. She makes a tick on her notepad. Lastly, a question of jurisprudence. In the landmark case of Thorvak versus the Foggy Sailor, was the judge correct in voiding the plaintiff's privilege to adjudicate beverage consumption and declaring all patrons free to spend their coin as they see fit in recreational businesses? Well said. By the book. And of course, the Guild Council certainly agrees, as their recorded statement shows. She slashes her quill across the sheet of paper. She jots down some numbers, then tears out the page, folds it crisply, and places it in an envelope. That concludes the exam portion of your application. She lights a candle and heats a blob of sealing wax, drips it onto the flap of the envelope, and presses it with her signet ring to emboss the Guild sigil. You passed. You are a fully licensed member of the Tavern Keepers Guild. You're welcome to continue operating in this location, but I believe you are outgrowing your accommodations here. She turns to leave. Keep an eye on your mail. The Guild will be in touch about your next opportunity, potentially in another region entirely. Good luck, Tavern Keeper. As a member of a powerful guild, your future is all but assured. What new doors might this open? We'll soon see. As a registered member of the Tavern Keepers Guild, the world is your oyster. Or perhaps your growler? Either way, the verdant hills of Halflington beckon you to better climes. Your story is only just beginning.
Oh, 完成了。第一个故事内容完成，就先这样吧。